Just ending out, there's a couple fights at the end of this year, huge fights. First one that's going to be around the corner, Canelo versus Crawford. I'll be remiss if I didn't ask you, a trainer who was in one of the biggest fights this year, about how one of the other biggest fights of this year potentially can pan out. I don't know if you have a prediction, but just what would Crawford need to do to essentially win the fight? You know, because he's the underdog, just like how you guys were underdog against the big mighty Tank, so he's going against the big mighty Canelo. Does Terrence Crawford have a huge chance of being able to upset Canelo Alvarez?
I'm saying if anybody can upset somebody, it's Terrence Crawford. You know, a lot of people want to line up with that on paper, but it's two great fighters, man. I'm just looking for a great fight. I'm trying to get away from predictions. I am a huge Canelo fan because he was in the same stable. We seen him fight up person and seen his greatness. But Terrence Crawford is one of those guys, and if anybody can pull off the upset, it could be Terrence Crawford. He has a strong team behind him, and he don't know how to lose. So you know, he got that O on his record. But he's facing a bad man that night, so we're gonna see what happens. So I'm just looking for a great fight.
You know, I know a lot of people underestimate Canelo's abilities, because I know that a lot of people feel that Crawford is arguably, if not pound for pound, around the Usyk and anyway interchangeable. But you know, Canelo has kind of slid down a little bit on a lot of people's pound for pound lists from up there to maybe 6, 7, and 8, and so they don't feel that his skill set matches a Crawford skill set. He has size and power, and that's kind of what's going to be the reason why he wins. So what about Canelo that maybe he might have to remind people, if in this particular fight, that he does really well?
Canelo does everything well, pretty much. He got great defense. He can catch punches. He can slip punches. He has ring IQ, not set up shots. He can damn sure take a punch. But his skills level is up there with anybody. You know what I'm saying? His skill is up there with Terrence Crawford. So, and he's a bigger guy. So I think he does try to remind people who he is. He might be up a little bit more for this fight too, because I know people predicting, like, a lot of people favoring the Canelo. There's a lot of people jumping in and saying Crawford gonna do something, and rightfully so. But Canelo got the whole tool bag, man. If you need to be reminded, go watch some of his tapes. And since that Mayweather fight, he's been on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? They might say he slowed down a bit, because he know he can beat guys a certain way. So if you're in there with another guy, he tries to figure out a different way how to beat that guy. But he's just a bad man, and I know neither one of them want to lose. So I'm thinking you're gonna see the best version of each. I want to see how Crawford performs at that weight. Is it gonna slow him down? His reflexes gonna be as quick. You know what I'm saying? Crawford like to fight too. You know, that's the thing too. Crawford he ain't gonna do a whole lot of running. You know, he gonna move and stuff like that, but he like to get busy, because that's just the fighter in him. So we're gonna see how that pans out as well. So I'm looking for a great fight, man. I'm looking for a great fight, and may the best man win.
Last question is you said you were in camp with Canelo, or was around the camp with?
Yeah, I fought on like 2 or 3 Canelo fights, the cards, like Madison Square Garden, fought in T-Mobile twice. So he was always in around going through Golden Boy. Lamont was signed straight out of Golden Boy as an amateur.
So with that, I guess
my cousin was in the camp with him. We had a fighter here once before that. He used as a sparring fighter. So my cousin said, Bernard Lake, rest in peace. Said he puts that work and trains like an animal.
You said your cousin sparred Canelo?
No, my cousin was trainer. He took one of our fighters to train for. I forget what fight it was. He was in the camp with Canelo, so he got a first-hand view on how Canelo prepares for a fight. And he say that he really prepares like a champion. So I know he gonna come in that fight prepared as well.
What was that? Who was the one that sparred Canelo, and what did he say after that experience of working with Canelo?
He's like, he's a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a learning experience for him. You know, it's no longer here and in the gym, but he did a camp with him. So, but my cousin had a lot of stories about Canelo training camp.
Yeah.